Okay, so I'm Chimera Arts, and today I'm going to be doing some color mixing with Gamblin's Rich Gold and Gamblin's Silver. So I'm going to be mixing them with transparent colors to see if I can get a wider variety of shimmering effects with other colors. I'll be using opaque colors, sorry, not opaque, transparent colors, because opaque colors have too much of a dark property and it would take away most of the effect from the gold and the silver. So I'm actually going to be using 8 colors. One of them is Phthalo Blue, Ultramarine Blue, Phthalo Green. Yeah, this is all beat up. Don't even don't even mind it. Indian Yellow, Alizarine Crimson, Dioxazine Purple, Quin Magenta, and I'm actually going to be using Chromatic Black, which happens to be a transparent black. So I'm curious to see how that's going to look mixed with like a silver especially. So I have my palette ready, all cleaned up, and I'm going to be, hopefully if I don't run out of space, I'm going to be swatching on this 5x7 black gessoed canvas that I did last night. I used 2 coats of gesso on it, and I'm going to be using a medium that I mixed, half Gamsol, half liquid, half Gamsol and half Galkid, from Gamblin. As you can see, I'm a Gamblin girl, love my Gamblin products. So this is the first time I'm doing a voice recording. I don't know how well it's going to sound, and obviously I sound like I'm a complete nervous wreck, which I am, so I apologize for that. So let's do silver first. I have 8 colors, so I will go ahead and make 8 little dots here. 4,
only the name doesn't change.
6, I'm gonna do 2 more down here.
Only the name
Alright.
doesn't change.
We're going to do the purple. Try not to use too much of the other colors, or just like give it a small amount. I don't know, I think I used too much purple there, but I guess we'll see once we start mixing everything together. Ultramarine Blue is the next one that I'm going to use right here. Oh, I also forgot to mention that I'm just going to be using a size 8 filbert brush. You can use any brush if you happen to have these colors, or you're just watching because you're curious to see what other colors you can make with metallic paints. Okay, next is Phthalo Blue.
Only the name doesn't change.
Making sure I have all my colors lined up here properly. Let's do Alizarine Crimson.
Only the name.
Quin Magenta.
The story you're about to hear.
I think that's going to look really nice with the silver, but we'll see.
Only the name doesn't change.
Hansa Yellow. Oh, sorry, Indian Yellow. I keep saying Hansa Yellow.
Doesn't change.
Phthalo Green. I gotta really take this tape off and try to do something else with it. I don't even really know how that popped in that, but I moved recently, so I got damaged around the time I was moving. The only one too, considering I have like a whole tub full of paints. And last but not least, Chromatic Black.
Only the name doesn't change.
Okay, so I am going to go ahead and use my solid mixture. What I'm really going to do is just kind of dip my palette knife. I have a size 20 from Blitz, so that I'm not over putting too much medium inside of the paint. Just a little bit to mix it. So let's go ahead and do that. I hope you can see. Oh, that looks really good. Oh, I don't know if you can see this, but it's like a very pretty shimmery purple. Give me a towel here. Alright. Let's go ahead and open this up. And let's go ahead and swatch this out. Let's see. Hopefully you can see that in the camera. Not sure how well the camera's picking up everything that I'm doing here. I know my setup is kind of lame, but it's kind of shimmery. It's nice purple. It's very light, but it does show up well in the light. You probably can't see it. But yeah, let me see if I cut my backlight out if you guys can see it better. Actually, you almost can't see it at all when I cut that up. Okay, so I'm gonna cut that back on. Okay, so the next one is Ultramarine. Let me go ahead and get my medium. It still leaves like a really nice silvery undertone. It's not overpowered at all by the blue. It's like a baby blue type of hue once it's mixed. Let's go ahead and swatch that out as well. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. I think these will look really nice like around the holiday time when people are like, you know, doing holiday paintings and stuff like that. So that's the blue and purple. I hope you guys can see that. Okay. Next is the Phthalo Blue. Phthalo Blue is a little bit lighter. Bigger palette knife, but I felt like every time I mixed paint, I wasn't getting all the paint off the palette knife like I wanted to, so I ended up getting a different one. I don't know if you could see like the difference between these two blues, but they're like day and night. One is definitely more on the softer side than the other. Alright, this is the Phthalo. Phthalo Blue and silver. Okay. Next is the Alizarine Crimson. This is making like a like a light rosy color. Let's go ahead and swatch this one. And yeah, it's like a very pale rose type of color. You can see that there. Hope the camera's picking this up. Like a pale rose. Okay, next is Magenta, which I think is going to have like a really pretty effect with the silver. Oh yeah, that's looking really nice. This is a much brighter rose color than the other one. Let's go ahead and get that swatch. The best thing about these colors is that they're still so creamy. This is Quin Magenta. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like a little bit more on the purpley side than the Alizarine Crimson. But they're totally different looking, but you just, I don't know, you probably can't see it in the light. I have all this lighting and it's still weird, like it's not picking up. Okay, so let's move on to Indian Yellow. And I only put a little bit on this because I think the Indian Yellow is just kind of strong on its own. So I didn't want it to overpower the silver too much. And it makes like a really light, soft gold looking color. Like a very pale gold color. You can see that there. It's like a pale gold. Very light. Okay. Next is going to be Phthalo Green. Medium. So this is making like a very pale type of green color. Unfortunately, I don't have other greens. I mean, I could mix them up if I wanted to, but this is, just wanted to do a real quick demo of this. So I just have the one green for this demo for now. But if you have other type of greens like sap green, not sure if that one is transparent or not, or Viridian, you could definitely try with those. And this is like I don't want to use this brush. This is a really soft green. So I'm going to assume that the more of the transparent color that you add, the more stronger the hue will be. So all of these colors are like more of a pastel type of color. So that's probably why they won't show up too well on the camera, because they are very pastel looking, but they are very shimmery from where I'm looking at them. Okay, and this is what I really wanted to see what it was going to do, which is the Chromatic Black. You could use Ivory Black if you wanted to, but just be aware that that is an opaque color, so it will basically dominate that silver. Oh, okay. So with the Chromatic Black, what it basically did was give it just like a darker silver color. It didn't overpower it or anything like that. Just made it a darker silver. So this is really good when you're like painting and you want to add like different accents to your finished piece. Like if you were painting like, let's say, roses, then you can just throw in a little bit of silver or, you know, a little bit of magenta into it to just give your roses some flair. So this is with the black, matte black and silver. So hopefully you can see all of this. And I'll just start again from the left, which was Dioxazine Purple, Ultramarine Blue, Phthalo Blue, Alizarine Crimson, Quin Magenta, Indian Yellow, Phthalo Green, and Chromatic Black. It does shimmer when you move it towards the light and everything. I'm not sure if that's pick it up. But I'm going to go ahead and clean off my palette, and I'll be back with the gold setup. Okay, so I'm back and I have all the golds swatched out here on the palette. And we're going to be doing the same order again with the gold like we did with the silver. Dioxazine Purple, Ultramarine Blue, Phthalo Blue, Alizarine Crimson, Quin Magenta, Indian Yellow, Phthalo Green, and Chromatic Black. And I will be swatching on the second row down here, so not to get it confused with the other row. Okay, got a little bit of my medium, and let's go into the purple, see what that does. I don't know if you can see it there, but it's making a really nice color here. And let's go ahead and swatch this out. Yeah, I'm going to do it this way. This is the gold and purple. And there's two golds by Gamblin. The one that I'm using is called Rich Gold, which I think is a little bit darker than the other gold. And this is cool because you can kind of still see the purple mixed in there with the gold. So it doesn't seem like, at least with this color, that it completely changed it. It just has like purple accents in it. You can see it right there. Okay, moving on to the Ultramarine Blue. I think when it comes to the golds, you don't want to over mix them. You just want to mix them enough, because I think if I were to just keep on going on and mixing this, you won't be able to see the effects of the other color. So this is the gold and Ultramarine Blue. See how you can still see some of the gold, but you can also see some of the blue. So I think when it comes to the gold, it's important not to overmix it, or I think you could run into just making a very muddy color, and nobody wants muddy colors. They just ruin everything. Okay, so this is the Phthalo Blue. mixing this, just mixing it enough to get the effect going. And this is Phthalo Blue and the gold. That's really pretty. It almost looks kind of like an aqua type of color. So these can give some really nice effects when you're painting, during your last stages of your painting. Okay, next is Alizarine Crimson. If anybody is curious, these are 37 milliliter tubes, and they ran about 15 a piece on books.com. A little bit expensive, but I mean, unless you're a person that's like painting gold and silver accents on every single piece you make, I think it's pretty reasonable, because I don't plan on using these on every single painting that I make. But yeah, this is such a pretty color right here, the Alizarine Crimson and the gold. This is really nice. Like, I don't know, some of these colors are like putting me in the holiday spirit because they look so Christmassy. I don't know. What do you think? I think that's really pretty, that red and Alizarine Crimson. Just make sure everything's being picked up. Okay. Okay, so next is going to be Quin Magenta. That's really nice. Again, I'm not trying to mix my paints because I don't want the color to get muddy at all. Alright, let's go ahead and swatch that out. I really love how you can see the gold through the other colors. Like, it still pops out very well. You can see that there. And they all still have a nice shimmer. And our colors from before, when we were doing the silver, they're still very shimmery and the light. So yeah. Okay. Next is Indian Yellow. I don't know how much of an effect this is going to have because, you know, with the yellow and all, but I think for the most part it's just going to either brighten or darken this gold color. And it looks like it actually, oh, that's so pretty. That's very beautiful. It made it like an orange gold. It's very nice looking. So I'm not sure how like transparent colors would work with this, because they're only like semi-transparent colors would work. I wanted to try them, but I said they may not come up well, and I'd rather just, you know, just stick with straight transparent colors. So this is the Indian Yellow with the gold. I think that looks really pretty. It definitely brightened up that gold a whole lot. Next is the Phthalo Green and the gold. Very nice. It gives the green just a really nice shimmer. Definitely not strong. Paint all over my hands. It's okay. You're not an artist if you can't have paint all over your hands, right? looks really nice. It's really sparkly. I hope you guys can hear me okay because I don't have like a mic yet. I know my setup is like kind of whack right now. I'm just starting to get back into my YouTube channel after it being on hiatus for a very long time. So hopefully in the future I will have better equipment and make better quality videos. But this is kind of like what I have in the meantime. But anyway, so that's the green and gold, and you can still see hints of the gold again because I didn't over mix it, so it didn't, you know, get muddy. And I don't know if you guys can see the other colors, but they're still very shimmery too, the ones we did with the gold. And our last one is going to be the black and gold. This seems to make almost like a, I don't know what you would call it, like a dark sort of bronze looking color. So this is the black and gold. I think all of these colors really turned out nice. I think some of them though would need like just a second coat because I am painting on a black canvas, so they might need a second coat or two. Let's see if I can go back over some of these. Green. It's hard to tell if it's making more of a difference with a second coat. I think that one definitely made a big difference right there. There too. You can still see a lot of that gold showing through without, you know, the over mixing. So when you do this, you only really need like the tiniest bit of the other color. I might have actually used too much during this demo, but you know, trial and error, that's how you learn. But that's all of the colors. Again, the colors used were Dioxazine Purple, Phthalo Blue, Ultramarine Blue, Phthalo Blue, Alizarine Crimson, Quin Magenta, Indian Yellow, Phthalo Green, and Chromatic Black. So if you guys want to go ahead and try that, and I don't know, I see a lot of YouTubers whenever they try to just talk about stuff they like, they always have to say I'm not sponsored and all of this. So I'm not sponsored, you know, so this is just my own opinions on this. And yes, I do use a whole lot of Gamblin products. I think, yes, all of my oil paints are Gamblin products, all of my mediums are Gamblin products. So yeah, I just really like the company. Even though I'm using the student grade Gamblin 1980, the colors are still really, really bright, just like if you were using, you know, the professional grade. But anyway, I'm gonna have a picture of this at the end in better lighting, hopefully, so that you guys can get a real feel of the shimmering of the color. And I know I got behind on my challenge, but this week there was so much to do. I had a job interview that was really, really important to me, and that took like 2 days out of my week. Another day to just recover from it. But hopefully I can go ahead and get back into the challenge, or at least pick up to whatever day I'm at now. And I have some projects coming up where I want to redo. Somewhere over here I'll probably pop up a video of a watercolor painting that I did a long time ago with the whales and mushrooms in it, and I want to transfer that into an oil painting. So that's going to be something big that I'm going to be working on, and I'll probably work on a couple of other projects in between that. Maybe do a couple of drawing videos this week, because I really do want to do some extra studies of mushrooms and whales and stuff before I tackle that oil painting, because the canvas is going to be 10 inches by 20 inches, so it's pretty big and it's pretty tall. So yeah, so I know I don't have like a whole lot of videos on my channel right now, but if you guys have any suggestions on things that you would like for me to do, or things you would like for me to see, or questions or anything. I'm new to the art world. I started doing art as a therapy because I had a great loss a few years ago, and art was my way of just coping with stuff. And I got into it even more heavily in the past year. So, for anybody that's suffering with depression, definitely try art as a therapy, because it really works. It worked for me, and I'm pretty confident that it can work for others. So anyway, thank you for watching my video. Follow me on Instagram at Chimera Arts, or support me on Patreon if you wish at Chimera Arts. And I will see you next time. Thank you.